Ooh, decay Devlog 38 just dropped. Yes. Your Devlog 38 video, sire. Greetings, gamers. So, Devlog 38 just dropped. The devlog for... Sorry, I'm petting my dog and he's making weird noises. Bro, I gotta record, man. Now he's nudging me. Dog! Sorry about that. Alright, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, that's right. So the Beta Decay Devlog 38 dropped about a week ago, and as always, we're gonna go ahead and go over it, shall we? Here's the devlog summary. It covers manufacturing, geophysics, properties, warehouses, and economy, ECS enhancements, terminals and application enhancements, some world building stuff, and overall stats and conditions. So disclaimer here, we're only going to be covering the high-level feature progress. Anything beyond high-level feature progress is all exclusive to the Patreon donators, such as myself. Of course, if you want access to these devlogs yourself, I will always be putting the link in the description below to the Beta Decay Patreon. But there is some good news to this. Kray, the creator of this game, actually made devlogs 1 through 30 completely free on Patreon, so there you go. There you go, man. That's pretty cool, pretty epic. All right, we're gonna cover stats and conditions here. Not a lot happened here. Stuff regarding conditions and diseases and decay factors. So there'll be like basically what this is it's core logic and stuff and whatnot for visual indicators and animations for when your character gets like an illness or something, like a common cold, radiation, influenza, etc., etc. Next up is the visual inventory. Creation of documents, i.e. papers, that function as combinable items. Basically, if you like take... so I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, like, if this ties into like treasure hunting or whatnot, or like blueprints and stuff, you have to like piece them together and everything, so you have to collect, you have to... Slenderman. World locations. This is going to be interesting. So with world locations, nothing is going to be, randomly generated and everything. Everything is rendered and crafted by hand, okay? So nothing's going to be procedurally generated or anything like that. It's all going to be handcrafted by the developers of this game. So, you're gonna be able to go back to certain places that will eventually become familiar to you the more you explore them and whatnot. Nothing is gonna be random, you'll get familiar with your surroundings and whatnot and whatever, and so be it, so forth. What is interesting about this is it's insane. It's gonna be insane with the cities, the metropolis areas or whatever you call them, the big mega cities. That's gonna be very interesting to see how they piece those all together and make those all work. And they're gonna be a lot of fun to explore. My personal favorite, Allegiances, got some work, and they even added a new corporation. Well, I guess you can play as Mario and Luigi in this fucking game, and a new syndicate cell. Crime! Fucking LA Noire shit. And transparent logos. All the corporations, syndicates, and divisions and whatnot, they're gonna, obviously upon release, they're gonna have their own unique logos. I think you can even have your own custom logos. I'm not too sure about that, but that will be interesting to see. And I know just fucking immediately people are gonna be putting anime shit everywhere. I'm looking at you, Evangelion enjoyers. Yeah, you. Yeah. I'm looking at fucking you, Evangelion fans. You fucking, you bunch of... whatever. I already took a dive at you fuckers last video. You know how I feel. I, myself, am a man of culture, and I enjoy things such as Black Lagoon. Miss me with that fucking weird timeline shit. And everybody's favorite, such as Spiffing Brit, he's gonna really appreciate this one if he ever touches this game, the economy. There's a feature name change regarding the properties. They are now called estates. Upon reading this again, this has nothing to do with the economy at all. It's just basically estates and properties you can buy. Disregard what I just said previously. But there's a 20% increase on development on this. You'll be able to buy your own, your apartments and like basically like plots of land and stuff and build on it and whatnot. So that'd be really cool. So you can like make your own. You can basically buy like maybe even a plot of land and start up your own base of operations and whatnot. You can make your own You can just you can build stuff. I wonder if you'll even be able to like add on to your apartments too. Like you buy an apartment somewhere and then you can just add on to it or whatever. I mean, you can already do that with like you can add furniture to it and whatnot. But I mean, like breaking down a wall or whatever, and there's a giant hole to outside, and you know maybe you wanted a porch there. I don't know. The economy features 3 primary systems with properties, digital marketplace, and warehousing. Oh, never mind. I guess what the fuck? I guess the economy has everything to do with property and the actual market. What the fuck? Bro, I gotta like fucking reread all this shit before I fucking just riff on record. Holy fucking shit, dude. Market, estate terminals, and warehousing already exist at their core, but Kray believes it serves best for them to be tracked under the manufacturing for Centauri exchange features. Therefore, the previous properties category suffices with a rename to economy. Well, there you have it. All 3 of properties, digital marketplace, and warehousing tie into the economy and fall into that category going forward until further notice. So obviously when market terminals are all around the world and, you know, multiple, I believe NPCs also access these marketplace terminals too and do their own trading. Obviously, if you're going to be playing in multiplayer, you're going to see players all around the place accessing these terminals. So here's a picture of it. Here's a shit ton of feature descriptions regarding the economy. Again, with the properties, economy, and the warehouse stuff, accessing terminals and whatever, and just overall general work and updates on the economy now. There will be designated locations where you can buy from the estate registrar, and you can do all kinds of buying and selling and trading from not only your personal apartment, i.e. housing, whatever it may be. You can also live in your own fucking warehouse if you want to, like a homeless man. Then again, I don't think homeless people own the warehouse. You know what I mean. Here's some saving and loading stuff, you know. Not much going on here. Manufacturing got a little bit of work done to it. Hydrocarbons, resource reservoirs, and fabricator master power. I believe the fabricator master power ties into you actually need to, you know, manage power if you have a fabricator in your warehouse or wherever you have it, meaning that it can be either underpowered or overpowered. There's too many things plugged into it or not enough things plugged into it. I don't know. I'm not a fucking master electrician. Here's a good look at the fabricator when it comes to terminal and blueprints. You actually have to get, you know, you're gonna have to either buy or find and then piece together again with like the whole documentation thing and then put it onto a disk, and then you got a data disk, or you could buy a data disk. Then you got to insert it into the computer for, you know, basically whatever you want, because obviously, as I covered in my previous devlog video, the fabricator is where you can put all your resources and whatnot in it, and you can tell it what you want to make with it. But if you don't have the, you know, the correct amount of resources, or you don't have the blueprint to work with anyway, then you're not going to be making anything. Here's some actionable equipment stuff. You got some seismic survey equipment. I'm not really sure what this is going to tie into, but nevertheless, it's nice to, you know, see something like this added to the game. Some tweaks with the AI core. It's literally just minor bug fixes, and that's it. That's it. If you're expecting a lot more in regards to the AI core, you're shit out of luck. Cry about it. Some to-be-announced features got worked on. Again, with the to-be-announced features, they will have their unveiling in the next gameplay teaser trailer drop on the Beta Decay YouTube channel. So just some development and bug fixing on that end. Terminals now have disks. Again, this, you know, that ties into with the fabricator as well, because the fabricator needs a terminal screen to run it. So you're gonna need data disks to run terminals when it comes to inserting or installing. Basically a floppy disk. It's a floppy disk. There you go. It's a floppy disk. Terminal reader application, IDE compiler, system response codes, and we even have extra large screens, meaning we can now fucking view terminals in 4K and 4K Ultra HD, or you can even have a fucking curved terminal, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm just making that shit. I'm making those parts up. It just goes more in depth here of what you can do regarding a data disk. Inspect, carry, and place change log here, so you can basically throw and place stuff enhancements, insert and attach enhancements. This all ties to interacting with objects in the game, as well as modifications you can make to your weapon, just small stuff. ECS power systems, they have some work on the foundations here. You can go ahead and read all this. I'm not really sure what a lot of this means. I'm still kind of unsure. From what I gather, the ECS system is the basic groundwork, the foundation used to use this the foundation of this game entirely. I believe that's what the ECS system is all about when it ties into the animations and the audio, stuff like that. What I do know about the ECS system is that it does help highlight a lot of things, such as, you know, things you might see on the ground and you might miss, so that they basically, you know, hey, here's a soda on the counter here. You wouldn't really be able to see that if there wasn't this thing saying it's here. Basically what it is. So I think I just kind of like answered my own question there. Now, obviously, when it comes to any form of gaming, you gotta have light. You know, you gotta have light bulbs. You gotta see what the fuck you're doing. So, you know, what kind of shape of illuminated orb do you want? Do you want one in a cage, maybe? Maybe even a long one, or maybe one that's slanted, or maybe even a light beacon. You know, we got a lot of things here to choose and pick from, so don't be too fucking picky, okay? Beggars can't be choosers. They put the master cheat in the order. Great, now I can get angry in-game at soda machines too if they jam. Fucking fantastic, thanks. I really appreciate this, Kray. And oh yeah, elevators. Here's some locomotion stuff. That's it. And it looks like a new AT mine got added to the game. Cool, so I can literally just, you know, throw that out in case, you know, for you want to set up ambushes. Well, now you can. You got anti-tank mines. Here's some character customization stuff. I wish I could show you pictures of this stuff, but I don't really, you know, again, I don't want to leak anything like I did last time. I don't want to go over that whole fucking shit show again. That fucking sucked. A new mask, some new male face types, some helmet upgrades, some body armor upgrades, even a hat. Ooh, a new hat. Ooh, TF2? Another helmet and a hazmat hood. And that's it. Here's some asset models too. So when it comes to Cine, I believe that is tied to your augmentations you have in your body from what I've read and understood. I think they use biocells to be powered too, or maybe I'm just fucking retarded and that's what you literally call your radio in this game. Well, whatever. It's got power on animations now. Here's some dev console stuff. Cool. And that'll actually pretty much do it for this devlog. Again, I can't go any further than this because then, you know, that's getting into exclusive stuff. And I don't need banandies and I don't need banandids in my comment section saying, hey, no, stop it. You take that down right now, mister. Nah, but it's all good. The original Devlog 37 video didn't really get a lot of views anyway. Because nobody fucking cares. Except you guys. This is a very niche audience. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it, gamers, for this one. Yeah. Appreciate you guys and all the viewership. Sorry this took so long. I work a regular 9 to 5, unlike probably a lot of you here. The grind never ends. Gotta get that bag, bro. Maybe we'll get there one day where I can do this fucking full time. I don't know, we'll see after 1,000 subscribers if that ever happens. If that does happen, I will open up a subscribe star. Alright gamers, I'm out of here. Peace.